Hey everybody, welcome into Northern Life. We got Briggs and Hunter here. I am Ryan. Thanks for joining us on this Thursday. And Briggs has told us before the show started, a big fan of the old Thursdays.
I love Thursdays. You are so close to Friday, which is my favorite day of the week. So the Thursday energy is palpable.
Yeah, we used to call it Friday Junior on the morning show. It's the best day of the week.
I want to know if anybody out there enjoys Mondays the most. If you enjoy Monday, that'd be kind of crazy.
Probably, there's a lot of folks in the newsroom that have Monday, Tuesday off. So maybe those folks like Monday the best.
They probably do.
Right?
I don't mind a Monday every now and again because it's kind of like a fresh start, especially if your last week was hard and you're like, all right, we're going to try again this week.
And I get to see you guys, so Mondays, Mondays are a good thing. Well, I get to see you guys Monday through Friday, but get to see you guys after the weekend.
That's true.
There we go.
Yeah, always fun to recap the weekend. Well, here's what we have in store for today. Hunter gets to talk with Michael Lardie, the guitarist from the platinum-selling rock band Great White. They're playing at Black Bear Casino later this month, along with Quiet Riot and Vince Neil, too. So that should be a fun conversation.
Super fun. And after that, we're going to be celebrating the people who are much smarter than I. We have a Wisconsin professor who is back on Jeopardy this week. And Minnesota's brightest students got to shine at their recent state math bowl. Cool. And for all the math lovers out there, it's not only March 14th today, it is also Pie Day.
Nice.
Not the dessert, but rather the 3.14 we're talking about.
Right?
And for those who do know, and I needed a refresher on this, pi is the ratio of the circle's circumference to its diameter.
Sure.
Yes, it is.
That makes sense. Yep.
It certainly is. And so in order to celebrate this 3.14 day, plenty of restaurants and pizza joints are offering deals on their pies and other desserts and treats. So places like Burger King are getting in on the action, Casey's General Stores, Noodles, Papa John's, Papa Murphy's, Taco Bell, and some others.
Man.
I was going to say, I remember back in the day, we tried to remember that 3.14, all of those, as much as we could. I think I got to like 6 numbers, and then I gave up.
I know.
That's not bad. 3.14159265939. That's all I could remember. That's what I had back in high school.
Good.
But every single time we'd come into this time of year, we'd always have a bunch of pie in 7th grade in math class. Shout out to Miss Fern. I don't know if you're an avid watcher of the program, but that was the best year ever because we had so much pie. Oh my gosh, it was great.
Oh man, I remember, sitting in math class and having our teacher challenge us to recite some of those numbers, and I was more like Ryan. I got to like 3, maybe 4 of the digits. Just kidding, maybe more.
We apparently got to send Hunter down to the old math bowl.
No.
Get back in the action in mathematics.
It's been a hot minute since I've done some serious math.
Yeah.
I got to do a little math for the job.
I suppose. So you probably had to take a decent amount of math classes in college for meteorology, right?
I had to go through Calculus 3. It was
boy.
pretty intense, and then calculus-based physics as well, which was just all crazy.
That was fun.
Oh, it was a blast. Oh, great.
I stopped at pre-calc, I think.
Algebra 2.
Yeah, right? Yeah, made it through. We fought through it, and now look at us. Look at us now. Yeah, let's go.
Well, when it comes to flying, I think we all enjoy an empty seat next to us, and now Frontier Airlines is allowing you the opportunity to make sure that happens. Passengers now have the option to have the middle seat next to them empty for a price, though. The upgrade starts at $49 for customers who are sitting in the window or the aisle seats. Sadly, though, that promotion only lasts from April 10th to the 30th. So is $49 then what they actually value the seat at? That must be, if that's what they're charging you to have an empty seat next to you.
I would guess for some flights, but here's the thing I was thinking about too. Do both people on the left and right side need to join in on that $49 in order to make that happen? Or are they going to sell the seat, or can just one person get in on it?
Maybe it's only the middle seat person that can buy the empty seat, because then you only have one seat, it's one person benefiting. If it's the middle seat, both people are benefiting. You can't just have somebody have
It's more of that fancy math.
Is he throwing calculus back into this? But if I was on a flight with somebody and the person on my 2 seats to my right or to my left did indeed buy that for the 2 of us, I would buy them drinks on the flight or something to make it up for it.
Yeah, because I suppose that one person on the other side who didn't pay really good benefit.
Yeah,
seriously.
Here's what I was thinking about too. Aren't planes just wild? You're like in a tube in the sky.
That is kind of scary.
It's insane. It's a metal tube in the middle of the sky. I like the Earth. I'm staying on the surface.
Yeah, that's right. You're not a big fan, but I was by MSP the other weekend, and I was driving under, and they fly right over the highway, and I'm like, wow, that's super cool.
Yeah.
But also kind of terrifying.
Yeah.
Kudos to the Wright brothers.
Yeah. Kudos to you.
Shout out to you guys.
Way back in the day over in North Carolina. Well, I came across an article online that was maybe a little too relatable for us Midwestern folks. The Huffington Post Life section shared a list of the 6 most passive-aggressive phrases you're probably using but you shouldn't be using in everyday life. And so let's take a look at this list. Some of them were actually pretty wild. You know, if you run into somebody and they say that, you know, good for you, or I'm sorry you feel that way, or it's fine, whatever, if you say so, or my favorite towards the bottom, which would be crazy if someone said this to my face, you're just too sensitive.
I've never heard somebody say that out loud.
Wouldn't that be
I've heard a
wild?
couple of those. I've never said any of those myself, I
Yeah,
don't think.
it's
but
fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
We had a couple upstairs too, Shania and I think it was Seth were in the office with me upstairs. They said, relax, do what you want, calm down.
Yep.
Calm down.
If you
Yeah,
heard-
that's aggressive.
That's pretty.
That's just straight up
No, no,
aggressive. I think.
might not be no passive part to that. It might just be, okay, you need to calm down.
Right,
For using that
or
towards
when
me.
you say, you know, just responding to someone, I'm fine too. Yeah, that.
Yeah, it's fine.
With the
Yeah.
period at the end, you know,
Yeah.
I'm fine, period.
Or just okay, period.
Yeah.
Those people are not fine. Or just K, the letter K.
Oh.
It's the worst.
I could never.
No. Oh, hurts me.
Our warm winter with very little snow has left many people wondering if it's time to bring the lawn back to life already. One lawn expert that spoke with WCCO TV is seeing signs that a number of lawns are already starting to wake up. As for what you should do if you should start watering your yard, they said likely no, because we're still going to experience some cold snaps. But you should prepare yourself for crabgrass, because as we expect a longer season, there will be more need for weed control this year.
Sure.
My lawn is looking like a mess.
Is it? Oh my gosh.
Got leaves all over it from the fall and just like the remnants of whatever that winter was. Yeah.
Garbage. We were literally just raking yesterday. Our yard actually looks pretty good for right
Wow.
now.
Nice.
Waiting for it to green up.
Exciting.
Yep.
Coming up, Hunter sits down for a chat with a talented musician. We'll be right back.
Later this month down in Carlton, Minnesota, a few famous musical acts like Vince Neil from Motley Crue and Quiet Riot will hit the stage at Black Bear Casino.
They're also going to be joined by Great White, the famous band behind songs like Rock Me and Once Bitten, Twice Shy.
I got a really cool opportunity to sit down with their guitarist, Michael Lardie, talking with him about being back in our neck of the woods, his love for sound engineering, and his long-standing love for Vikings football. Kind of crazy. So Michael, I don't know if you know this or not, but it's been exactly 5 years from the date that you're going to be playing at Black Bear Casino Resort that you're playing here again. So back, I think it was 2019, March 29th. So are you excited to be back here in the Northland? You've been up here a few times.
Totally excited. We love Minnesota, and we played there so many times that it's been a very storied career with playing up there, and the fans have always been so supportive and into the band. They get the band, and that has a lot to do with how well we do.
In your class, in Great White's class, late 70s through maybe the early 90s, what bands from that era are also some of your favorite bands that you like to listen to or play with even?
It was like Aerosmith, Alice Cooper. I didn't get into some of the metal stuff until a little bit later, like The Priest and the Scorpions.
I would call you a genius when it comes to musical prowess, but also your love for producing. You produced most of these albums, correct? And not only Great White, but other bands as well. Talk about producing and why you love that so much compared to playing, and which do you like more, playing or producing?
When I moved to Los Angeles from Sacramento, where I grew up in 1979, when you get to a new area or that you don't really know anybody, I just moved down by myself. I didn't know a soul, and I had been to engineering school when I was about 16 years old because I always wanted to have some say in how my music got recorded. So at least having the knowledge of it would benefit us, benefit myself in the future. So as it turned out, that is the type of work I could get right away.
I hope I was reading the correct bio. Did I see, even though you're from the West Coast, you're a Vikings fan?
Oh my God, long-suffering Minnesota Vikings fan. I'll tell you, since 1969, and here's the crazy thing. My dad, he was a huge Packers fan because of Vince Lombardi. So all my brothers completely glommed onto the whole Packer thing. And to me, I had to be different. I was the black sheep, and I said, no, I dig Bud Grant. I dig the Purple People Eaters. So that's how long I've been a Vikings fan.
We like you that much more now.
Yeah, you're even cooler.
Seriously, how awesome is that?
I'm sure Hunter told you, but he's a rock star himself.
I don't know about that, but I play in a cover band around here, and we just, I don't know. It's pretty awesome talking to you today.
Well, that's awesome that you play, and it's so much fun. Even if we weren't at a point where we were as successful and still able to make the living that we are, I would still want to do this in any form. Like I said, when I was young, I couldn't imagine doing anything else, and I have been lucky enough, you guys, to be that guy that's never had a regular job. I would continue to do this in whatever form I could.
Clearly, just the love that you have for music, the appreciation that you have for what you do, it comes through when we're talking here, and I'm sure it comes through on stage.
Just want to say thanks to all the fans, and we'll be there real soon, you betcha.
You betcha, yeah!
Hey, go Vikes.
Woo!
Rock me, rock me, roll me through the night. Rock me, roll me through the night. Rock me, roll me through the night.
Nice.
Cool.
We all got to go to that, I think. That'd be a ton of fun at the end of the month
Yeah.
here. You get this kind of idea about like what a rock star should be, and obviously he is a rock star, but he is, at least his personality, the exact opposite of what I would picture a rock star is. Just the sweetest man, a ton of knowledge on everything music, and very humble about his band. I mean, they are fantastic. So
He seemed very down to earth.
Yes.
I had never actually heard of the band Great White. Maybe I was living under a rock or something. But his interview and all his words and his passion made me very interested and want to go see that show. So
there's still
seems like a
tickets.
cool time.
Maybe we should go.
Perfect.
Yeah, let's go.
And also a self-taught musician, as we learned.
Yeah.
I mean, to be able to be rocking all these years since, too. What a cool guy.
Before YouTube, you had no videos on YouTube, so you just had to
True.
pick it up and learn it yourself. Very impressive there.
Yeah, it should be a rocking good time. We'll talk a little bit more about this coming up after the break. But also still ahead, the state of Wisconsin is celebrating their Jeopardy star this week. We'll be right back here on Northern Life. Once again, big thanks to Michael for sitting down for that interview. Also, a brief period of time playing with Night Ranger.
Yes.
How about that?
Playing keyboards for that, another huge band in the 70s and 80s. So he's gotten around, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He's done sound for a lot of different bands too.
Absolute rock star, and like he said, even if he wasn't in a famous band, he'd still be doing it like you're doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Out there playing.
Yeah, and he's used to the Northland. Like I said in the package, 5 years ago exactly was the last time he was at Black Bear Casino Resort. And he was also up in Silver Bay recently over the past couple of years.
Cool.
So.
Must have been a good show if they wanted to bring him back.
Yeah.
I thought it was so cool too that he's a Vikings fan.
Yeah.
Even though he's
Yeah.
from California. I loved that.
How about that? So they are getting ready to rock the Otter at Black Bear Casino, I believe coming up March 29th.
Yep.
We'll have information for tickets on our Facebook and website.
Very cool. Meanwhile, we've got a Green Bay native back on Jeopardy's Tournament of Champions this week. St. Norbert College professor Ben Chan won 9 games last year and has once again been showing off his knowledge on stage. During this best of 7 finals series, Chan earned local Wisconsin celebrity status when he won more than $250,000 during his nearly double-digit winning streak last spring. That is incredibly impressive. Wow.
Beers on him.
Yeah, Ben Chan.
Well, here's what I'll say. When you're watching Jeopardy and you get at least one of those questions right, It's hard to match that feeling.
Yeah.
That is an unbelievably good feeling.
You're saying
When you're just watching at
Just
home.
sitting in the
Just
living
watching
room.
at home.
Yes.
I don't know what it's like to be on stage and answering Jeopardy.
I was like, do we not know that you've been on Jeopardy before?
Can we roll the film? Can we roll the tape that we got of me on Jeopardy? No, when you get like one of those questions right at home in front of like your family members too, you're like, I'm kind of nasty.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at this game. And then you get
Seriously.
like the rest, 99% of them wrong, but it's a good feeling.
And it's 99% of days that I don't even get one question right on the Jeopardy when I'm
Yeah.
watching. I'm like, man, how do they think of it so quick?
It's like once you get the question, just go to bed because there's nothing better coming that day than what you just did.
We got some Jeopardy calendars upstairs too for like a trivia, like once a day trivia. I don't get those answers right either, so maybe someday. Here in Minnesota, students across the state competed in the annual Math Bowl this week. The 40th state tournament took place in Spring Lake Park, Minnesota, where more than 160 teams were represented. 75 students earned the right to take the final test, or one of the tests rather, and then the top 10 finishers ended up on the big stage down there. And Minnetonka freshman Michael Lardie took home a state title, saying joining the math team was the best decision he's ever made.
Congratulations, that is so
Seriously.
cool. Looking at all those numbers though, just bad flashbacks of everything from middle school all the way through college.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot of numbers.
I saw one of the students there had a little stuffed animal out in front of him, a little hippo, so that was cool. Maybe that's his good luck charm.
Little support system. But for all the kids out there, what you love to do, go do it. Go join that group.
For
There we
sure.
go.
Yeah, and now to some men who are a little bit less than smart. At a Target in Woodbury, Minnesota, police stopped two men who were carrying $5,000 worth of stolen calculators. Yikes. Not only that, police believe they are a part of a theft ring responsible for $250,000 in stolen calculators all across the country. As for a motive, it's assumed that they can sell them on the internet to people who can get them cheaper online than you maybe can in the store. No good, man.
No good. I mean, those calculators are expensive. They might
are.
be cheaper now than back in the day when we had to get those graphing calculators for like,
TI-84.
for
That's like
one
$100.
Yeah, for
Yes.
like one class.
Yeah, literally one class. Ridiculous.
They were fun to use though.
Yes.
Especially like when you got the math answer correct. They were fun to use.
Teachers were like, you'll never have one of these in your pocket, so make sure you learn math. And now,
They are.
They're everywhere.
Now, yeah.
They're everywhere.
when we come back, we'll talk about our St. Patrick's Day plans for tomorrow's show.
Well, coming up tomorrow, we'll be celebrating all things green as we get ready for the St. Patrick's Day weekend. We'll likely dive into some green treats and share our top 5 lists as well. I'm looking forward to those green treats, whatever that might be.
I love all treats, but if they're green, even better.
Exactly.
Better. Well, I would say turn our studio green, but I think our studio is
true.
already pretty green.
We're ready to go.
Yeah.
Hang out on the green screen over there.
Oh, there we go. That's the tough part. I can't really wear green. I can wear it for this show, but
You're wearing
then-
green right now.
Am I? Oh, I guess I am. But I button this up when I go on air. I put the tie on.
The undershirt's
Is that green?
green.
Yeah, so that kind of
is,
counts.
that is definitely green. Yeah.
Show this. Yeah.
It should be fun. Before we go quick, I want to give a big shout out to the state of Wisconsin. That's because Golf Digest recently ranked your state as the top one for public golf courses. The magazine said Wisconsin has 10 courses recognized as some of the best in the country. And I know when we were in Hayward, Wisconsin, doing things for the Birkebeiner, it said that Hayward was the golf capital of Wisconsin, I believe.
Whoa.
So any viewers out there who are also golf fans like me, be sure to send me some recommendations for this summer because we're getting ready to hit some balls out there.
Yeah, you should go on a golf tour this summer for the show. Make it a work thing.
That would be awesome. Make the station pay for
Spend
it.
an entire week hanging out in Wisconsin.
Very cool. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Find some time to throw a line or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern